the Silicon Valley to the White House, U.S. President Barack Obama says the Russian president's visit symbolizes a new chapter in U.S.-Russia relations.
When I came into office, the relationship between the United States and Russia had drifted, perhaps to its lowest point since the Cold War. There was too much mistrust and too little real work on issues of common concern.
But the relationship changed after President Obama took office. The two nations have signed a new arms control treaty and joined together in sanctions against Iran and North Korea. Now both presidents are taking the next step in solidifying relations by strengthening economic ties. President Obama says he supports Russia's entry into the World Trade Organization.
Russia belongs in the WTO. That's good for Russia, it's good for America, and it's good for the world economy.
President Dmitri Medvedev wants to modernize his country by diversifying Russia's oil-dependent economy. His aim is to create outside of Moscow a Russian version of Silicon Valley. That's why he started his trip to the U.S. in the high-tech region near San Francisco.
We will carefully study the experience of the Silicon Valley without replicating it. We'll use the best practices and examples that exist in California.
Russian expert Steven Sestanovich of the Council on Foreign Relations says the global economic downturn is another reason why Mr. Medvedev is pushing for high-tech innovation.
Russia took one of the biggest beatings of any major economy. For many Russians, this was a shock. After several years of consistent growth and prosperity.
President Medvedev spent Wednesday touring high-tech companies in Silicon Valley and looking for American businesses to invest in his development plans. He met with the heads of Apple, Google, and Twitter. Cisco Systems Chief Executive Officer John Chambers made this offer.
We will bring $100 million in venture capital. We will partner with many of the Russian companies, both large companies, on what we could do together on areas such as smart grid, areas such as nanotechnology.
But economist Keith Crane of the Rand Corporation says having the Russian government dictate one location where high-tech innovation is supposed to take place will not be effective.
I think the Russia approach is very counterproductive.
Crane says government-run programs in Russia are plagued by corruption and bureaucratic stagnation. But Cisco's president of emerging markets says Russia's Silicon Valley will be different.
So it'll almost be a sort of a pocket within Russia that will be governed in a different way.
In a speech at Stanford University, President Medvedev mentioned one more benefit in his attempt at seeking innovation.
Many jobs will be created in high-tech industries and intellectual and other services. There will be a large amount of economic growth.
Presidents Medvedev and Obama head next to Canada for summits beginning Friday among the G8 and G20 industrialized powers. In Washington, Elizabeth Lee, VOA News.